So now that I am taking a break from haul videos, and we are back into physical media reviews, as I mentioned on a channel update, you will get one haul video, then a week later you will get a video review. Let's talk about Cannibal, the musical. So, from that title, you might be saying, what the fuck in the God's green earth is Cannibal the musical? Well, if you're asking this question, you're pretty sane. You're a normal guy, so just know that your brain's working on some cognitive level, more than mine usually does. But this movie is essentially a movie that Matt Stone and Trey Parker directed. It's their first ever feature film. Trey Parker actually stars in this movie. And essentially, this movie is kind of based on a real life urban legend. There's this guy, Todd Packer, I believe is his name. Sorry, Alfred Packer, my bad. Todd Packer, different person. Anyways, Alfred Packer is basically this guy who I forget he went on this on this like expedition into the Colorado mountains, and people died, and he came back the only survivor. So it kind of got this myth around because he kind of started giving inconsistent stories of what happened to him and the men. And so essentially, people started accusing him of being a cannibal. It became kind of an urban legend. Nobody really knows for certain, I guess. Especially since he kind of just lived a normal life, which is pretty funny. You were accused of being a cannibal, and then you just go out and live in a normal life. But they made this movie a musical. This movie is incredibly low budget. It's very weird. It's very bizarre. And I do want to do a further video on this. Matt Stone and Trey Parker are working on a movie with Kendrick Lamar. It was supposed to come out in July of this year. Ended up getting delayed till next year, so I don't want to say too much about it, but I will say this is a very enjoyable movie. And if you really like Matt Stone's and Trey Parker's work, you're a big fan, like you've seen all their other movies, do check this one out. I know this one has been hard to find and access for the longest time, and still kind of is very obscure. It's for a good reason in some instant. Well, I shouldn't say a good reason. There's no real good reason a movie should be hard to access, but it is kind of like understandable because this is a very weird, wacky, bizarre movie that, other than being big South Park fans or growing up in the areas where this urban legend kind of existed, I don't know how much of an interest this movie will be to you. It's not a perfect movie. It's very flawed, but it is a lot of fun. I would kind of recommend it just out of, if you're someone just enjoys checking out weird movies that are very bizarre and kind of like, what the fuck is that kind of movies. This edition is put out by De Geyser Video. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing that label down there right. And Troma Entertainment. I bought the standard edition. I believe there's another edition of this that out there. I bought this one, and I bought this back in January. This was back when it released. I told you I've been behind on my physical media reviews, but this is a really great edition if you love this movie. Look on the back there. This right here is all special features besides a little bit about the transfer of the Blu-ray. It's got 2 discs with both very distinct different artwork that I don't know how safe they are for YouTube. There's that one. And I'm going to put these down. And right here, you have the reversible artwork. So if you were like, hey, I don't like this one, I'll do this one. I mean, this artwork's cool. It's a little too gruesome for me. Like, I don't want that on the front of the cover. Just dead bodies and all the blood and stuff. Like, I'm not cool with that one. But yeah, so I believe this edition is sold out. I could be wrong, but I remember it's coming out on release day. I pre-ordered this before release date, got it in the mail on release day, and I think this was very hard to access for people. I think people who really wanted it and didn't pre-order it ended up missing out. I could be wrong. I would suspect one day we will get a better release. Not better release per se, but a more accessible release. Like, this is a movie that I could see the Kino Cult doing, or Criterion, or somebody putting out. So I wouldn't fear too much, but it is just something to note that if you wanted this edition, it's kind of pricey, I think. Now, I'm not certain. I would have to double check, but I believe it is. I mostly just want to do this video just to put a spotlight on this movie, because this is a great movie, just for how wacky and bizarre it is. And I really appreciate it. I honestly would watch it again. I did really enjoy the songs and stuff, but still very bizarre movie. Not sure who to recommend it to, but yeah, let me know your thoughts, like, share, and subscribe.